11 military vessels from China and Russia found operating near the Aleutian Islands last week were met by 4 U.S. Navy destroyers, Alaska's 2 U.S. senators said. The 2 Republican senators, Dan Sullivan and Lisa Murkowski, issued a joint news release Saturday night saying they had been briefed about the operation. We have been in close contact with leadership from Alaska Command for several days now and received detailed classified briefings about the foreign vessels, Murkowski said. The incursion by 11 Chinese and Russian warships operating together off the coast of Alaska is yet another reminder that we have entered a new era of authoritarian aggression led by the dictators in Beijing and Moscow. The war in Ukraine and China-Taiwan tensions have strained U.S. relations with the two countries. This move is highly provocative, Brent Sadler, a retired Navy captain and senior research fellow at the right-leaning Heritage Foundation, told the Wall Street Journal. Although the senator's statement suggested the vessels were passing through U.S. waters, the Northern Command told the Journal the combined force did not appear to enter U.S. territory. Air and maritime assets under our commands conducted operations to assure the defense of the United States and Canada. The patrol remained in international waters and was not considered a threat, it told the Journal in a statement. The command did not immediately respond to USA Today's request for comment, nor did the State Department. The Chinese and Russian embassies could not be reached either. This is at least the 3rd year in a row that Chinese naval ships have sailed in or near waters off the Aleutian Islands in the Bering Sea and North Pacific Ocean. A similar joint exercise took place last year. In September 2022, the U.S. Coast Guard reported the crew of the cutter Kimball, during a routine patrol in the Bering Sea, encountered a People's Republic of China guided missile cruiser off Alaska's Kiska Island. The crew later identified 2 more Chinese naval ships and 4 Russian naval vessels, including a destroyer. At the time, Coast Guard Rear Admiral Nathan Moore said the formation was operating in accordance with international rules and norms, but would be met presence with presence to ensure there are no disruptions to U.S. interests in the maritime environment around Alaska. In September 2021, Coast Guard cutters in the Bering Sea and North Pacific Ocean encountered Chinese ships, some about 50 miles off the Aleutians. According to the Associated Press, Sullivan said he was encouraged by the Navy's response this year, adding it sends a strong message to Xi Jinping and Putin that the United States will not hesitate to protect and defend our vital national interests in Alaska. Last summer's response was tepid, Sullivan said. He said he had encouraged senior military leaders to be ready with a much more robust response should such another joint Chinese/Russian naval operation occur off our coast. The incident is a stark reminder of Alaska's proximity to both China and Russia, as well as the essential role our state plays in our national defense and territorial sovereignty, Murkowski said. The U.S. Navy and others have been concerned for decades about increased military activity in the Arctic region given the warming climate and more open water as a result of melting sea ice. The incident last summer occurred about a month after NATO had warned about China's interest in the Arctic and Russia's military buildup there. The Associated Press reported that NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said Russia had set up a new Arctic command and opened new and former Arctic military sites. 5 Chinese naval ships also sailed through U.S. territorial waters off Alaska while participating in a joint exercise with Russia in September 2015. The U.S. Navy has released a video of what it called an unsafe maneuver by a Chinese Navy ship, which is shown in the footage sharply cutting across the path of an American warship in the Taiwan Strait. In the 30-second video taken by an American Navy sailor aboard the USS Chung-Hoon, the Chinese naval ship overtakes the U.S. destroyer on its port side and crosses the bow with just 150 yards between the ships, according to U.S. Indo-Pacific Command. Chung-Hoon maintained course and slowed to 10 knots to avoid a collision, Indo-Pacific Command said in a statement that c0llide. Officials also said the People's Republic of China naval ship crossed the bow of the USS Chung-Hoon a second time, this time at 2,000 yards. The U.S. 7th Fleet said the USS Chung-Hoon, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, was conducting a routine transit along with a Canadian vessel, the HMCS Montreal, in the Taiwan Strait, considered international waters where freedom of navigation applies. Chung-Hoon and Montreal's transit through the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the combined U.S.-Canadian commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, officials said in a statement. China views Taiwan as historically part of the mainland and has acted aggressively to U.S. warships and military activity in the Taiwan Strait. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin accused the U.S. of provocations and said the Chinese side only responded by handling the incident in accordance with relevant laws and regulations.